Training camp has been excellent. Obviously we have some paperwork issues just like everybody else, but we got that squared away and it wasn't too bad. Yesterday was about really administrative stuff, handing the equipment out and getting all the paperwork in, and then we got a pretty good workout in on the track. Today we've really gotten after it, did a big conditioning morning part, and now we've gotten through a full practice, so we're about to wrap up here soon, so it's been terrific.
Obviously the off-season program and training is extremely important in any football program. How important is it to make sure the kids are in shape and ready to go before they step on the football field?
Yeah, it's very, very important. We spent all summer lifting, doing 7-on-7, running stadiums, and I felt like what needed to change here and what was really important was focus on the weight room and focus on running and not so much on the field. We'll take care of that during camp and we'll take care of that as we prep for the first game. But lifting and conditioning was really a top priority this summer. We got after it this summer.
Take me through what are some of the new rules and guidelines the FHSSA has administrated for coaches across the state?
Well, the new rules and guidelines, first of all, I am in complete support of the new rules and guidelines. I think two-a-days is, every single day, two-a-days for 2-3 weeks like we did it back in the day. That's obviously being phased out. And we have to practice essentially 3.5 hours or no more of practice 3.5 hours, whether that's conditioning, lifting, or anything like that. And then we have to have a huge break. But what we're doing is we're basically coming in at 7 a.m., we're having a meeting, we're conditioning for about 45 minutes to an hour, then we're giving them a long break, and then we're doing a practice, a normal practice, and then they're dismissed at noon. So essentially what we're doing is using every minute that we're allowed in the morning every single day, essentially.
And I know coaches, obviously, the two-a-days, like you said, back in the day is being phased out. But I know coaches, they want their team to be tough. They want them to be physical and experience two-a-days and experience that a little bit. How do you feel? Do you feel this is taken away maybe from the game, your toughness of the team?
Well,
balance that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a change, and you're not going to get as much work in as far as your reps go. You're obviously not going to get in as much conditioning. However, I was at the Benjamin School, and we got to a point where we instituted ourselves. We instituted a 2-1-2-1 because what we were basically saying is, we feel like nowadays the kids are so conditioned in the summer. And we come in, it was almost like we felt like we were burning them out. I'll never forget when we were going into our first game one year, we didn't play well in the Kickoff Classic, and we collectively agreed we wore them out too much. And so I think this way is just better because what it does is it makes you focus on getting the maximum effort into basically a 3.5 hour period. So you have not 1 minute to waste, and that creates better practices. So yeah, you can make an argument that you're not going to get as many reps in, but I think this is just more efficient, and I think it's just flat out better.
I know it's only been 2 days, but do you see any type of change just based on the water breaks, the shortened practices or condensed practices, I should say?
Sure, I do actually. Because we're out here and we group our periods and we go to individual and we go to mixed and we go to team and we have our drill periods. However, what we're doing is we're putting instead of like a 2-3 minute water break, we're giving them more like a 5-10 minute water break, and we've added 2 water breaks. So they're getting nice, good rest, get off your feet water breaks in between segments while we're in camp. So yes, it's a little bit of a slower practice as far as the time. But when we break and we rest. When we cross that line and we walk onto the field, we get after it and we use every minute. I would just say the biggest change is obviously the length of the breaks and the fact that there's more of them. So.